My friend, if this message has reached your eyes and ears today, know this: it was not by chance. Life has a peculiar way of calling out to those who are ready, truly ready, to awaken. Most men sleepwalk through existence, slaves to fear, doubt, and distraction. But you are here because something within you is stirring. This is your moment. Your mind holds the key to everything you seek, but only if you seize control of it. I urge you as a friend and guide, wake up. Your future depends on what you choose today. 1. The sleeping mind. Why most people never wake up. Most men believe they are awake simply because their eyes are open. But I tell you now, they are not. They are dreaming with their eyes wide open, slaves to routines they never questioned, prisoners of opinions they never formed for themselves. The world around you is engineered to keep you distracted, to keep you reacting, never thinking. You are bombarded with noise, images, headlines, trends, all designed not to inform, but to sedate. The average man checks his device before he checks in with his own mind. He scrolls before he thinks. He consumes before he creates. And he wonders why he feels empty. The tragedy is not that people are asleep. The tragedy is that they do not know they are asleep. They confuse activity with progress, busyness with purpose, comfort with peace. They follow the masses, never realizing that the masses are often headed nowhere. To awaken is not merely to open your eyes, it is to open your awareness, to notice your thoughts, to question your habits, to examine who benefits from your confusion and complacency. Until a man does this, he is not free. He is merely functioning. He is not living. He is existing. You must shake yourself from this slumber. You must step away from the noise and confront the silence, because only in silence will the truth speak. And the truth is this: no man ever rose to greatness by accident. He did so because he chose to become conscious. Wake up, not tomorrow, today, because time waits for no one, and neither does your potential. 2, drifting is death, the danger of living without purpose. The greatest enemy you will ever face is not poverty. It is not failure. It is not even fear. It is drifting, the slow, silent erosion of your purpose. You do not fall into failure overnight. You drift into it, one compromise at a time, one excuse at a time, one day of aimless living at a time. A man who drifts has no definite chief aim. He wakes up because he must, not because he decided to. He moves because he is pushed, not because he has direction. He responds, but he does not initiate. Drifting is subtle. It wears the mask of comfort, of going with the flow, of being flexible. But in truth, it is spiritual paralysis. And the longer you drift, the harder it becomes to recognize that you are lost. The world rewards the drifter with distractions, shallow entertainment, cheap pleasures, fleeting applause, all to keep him from ever asking the most dangerous question: why am I here? When you have no purpose, you are vulnerable to suggestion, to manipulation, to fear. You become easy prey for the devil I once interviewed, the one who whispered lies into the minds of millions and called it reason. Purpose is the antidote to drift. It is the compass that turns a wandering man into a force of nature. The moment you choose definiteness of purpose, the drift stops. Your mind sharpens. Your soul stirs. Life bends around your decision. So I ask you, will you continue floating aimlessly, or will you decide today to steer your life with intent? Because drifting may feel safe, but it leads only to regret. And purpose, though it demands more of you, is the only path to power. 3, awareness is power. You must observe your own thinking. You cannot change what you do not see. And yet most men live their entire lives without ever examining the very instrument that shapes their destiny, their own mind. They believe they are in control, but their thoughts are not their own. They are inherited, recycled, programmed, reactions masquerading as decisions, emotions disguised as logic. They are not thinking, they are repeating. The first step toward freedom is awareness. You must become the observer of your own mind. You must step back from your thoughts and ask, where did this belief come from? Who gave me this fear? Why do I react this way? Until you do, you are not living, you are being lived, controlled not by force, but by suggestion, led not by vision, but by habit. Most people never pause long enough to question their inner dialogue, and so it runs unchecked, planting seeds of doubt, insecurity, limitation. You were born with greatness, but somewhere along the way, you were taught to doubt it. Awareness is how you take your power back. It is the light that exposes the lie. It is the silence that breaks the cycle. When you become aware, you stop reacting and start responding. You choose your thoughts like a craftsman chooses his tools, deliberately, with purpose. And in that moment, you move from being a prisoner of your mind to its master. No man can rise above his thinking until he sees it for what it is. So I ask you, not to think harder, but to look deeper, because the real war is not outside of you. It's within. And awareness is the first weapon in your hands. Use it. 4, you become what you tolerate. A man's life is not defined by what he dreams of, but by what he accepts. You may desire greatness, speak of success, and even surround yourself with inspiration. But if you tolerate mediocrity, that is what you shall become. Not because you chose it, but because you allowed it. Every time you ignore a bad habit, every time you excuse a toxic relationship, every time you let yourself off the hook, you are setting a standard. And that standard speaks louder than any goal ever could. You are telling your subconscious, this is acceptable. And what you declare acceptable, you begin to repeat. And what you repeat, you become. Your destiny is not determined in moments of inspiration. It is forged in the quiet choices of what you allow into your life and what you refuse to remove. Your environment, your associations, your habits, they are shaping you whether you see it or not. You do not rise to the level of your ambitions. You fall to the level of your standards. Do not be fooled by comfort. Comfort is the silent killer of growth. It convinces you to stay in jobs that drain you, friendships that dim you, and routines that slowly rot the fire inside you. The world will not raise your standards for you. That is your job. And until you draw the line and enforce it, you will stay trapped by what you're too afraid to confront. So I ask you today, what have you been tolerating in your habits, in your thinking, in your surroundings? Because that, not your vision board or your intentions, is shaping the man or woman you are becoming. And if you want to change your life, you must first change what you allow. 5, burn the bridge. The moment you decide to never go back. There is a moment in every man's life when he must decide. Not what he wants, but what he's willing to leave behind to become who he was meant to be. True transformation does not begin with adding new goals. It begins with burning the bridge to who you used to be. It is a line drawn in fire, a refusal to retreat, to regress, to repeat. You see, as long as you give yourself an escape route, you'll use it. As long as the old life is still an option, part of you will keep it warm, just in case. That safety net you cling to, it's not saving you. It's enslaving you. Growth demands commitment, and commitment only happens when turning back is no longer possible. Do not misunderstand me. This is not recklessness. It is resolve. It is doing what Cortez did when he landed with his men on foreign shores. He burned the ships. He told them, we either win or we die. And with no way back, they moved with the power of full conviction. Most people fail not because they're incapable, but because they keep the door open to failure. Success, purpose, reinvention, these things require sacrifice. You cannot build a new life while dragging the corpse of the old one behind you. Burn the excuses. Burn the comfort. Burn the belief that the old you was ever enough for the future you say you want. Only when there is no way back do we finally move forward. So I ask you, what bridge must you burn today? What tie must you cut? Because until you do, you'll remain halfway in, halfway out, and your potential will stay buried beneath your hesitation. 6, the hidden enemy, how fear disguises itself as logic. Fear is a cunning enemy. It does not always announce itself with trembling hands or a racing heart. No, fear often wears the mask of logic. It dresses itself in the cloak of practicality and speaks to you in the calm, rational voice of caution. It tells you this isn't the right time. It whispers, you're not ready. It persuades you that you need more preparation, more data, more security. It appears reasonable. It sounds smart. But underneath, it's a trap. Fear knows it cannot always stop you with emotion alone. So it sneaks into your thoughts dressed as a well-meaning advisor. It convinces you that risk is unreasonable, that taking action without certainty is irresponsible. It paralyzes you with the illusion of prudence, and in doing so, it keeps you locked in place, forever waiting for the perfect moment that will never come. The most successful people in history did not wait for perfect conditions. They acted despite their doubts, because of their doubts. They saw fear not as a warning, but as a signal that they were on the edge of growth. Fear wants you to remain safe, small, and stagnant. It wants you to believe that your dreams are too risky, too out of reach. But if you listen closely, you'll hear the truth. The only thing standing between you and your next level is fear disguised as reason. Today, I challenge you to look at the next decision you face. What logical excuse is holding you back? What is fear pretending to be in your life? Because once you see it for what it is, you'll realize that fear's only power is in its ability to disguise itself. And once you recognize it, you can defeat it. 7, success starts with a decision, not motivation. We often wait for the spark of motivation to ignite our journey. We think that success begins with excitement, passion, and the feeling of being inspired. But I tell you this, success starts with a decision, not a feeling. Motivation is fleeting. It comes in waves, ebbs and flows, like the tide. But a decision is a commitment that does not depend on how you feel on any given day. Most people fail because they believe motivation will carry them to their goals. They wait for the right moment when they feel energized, when the stars align, and when everything seems perfect. But that moment never comes. What truly separates the achievers from the dreamers is decisiveness. It's choosing to move forward even when you feel nothing. It's saying, this is what I will do, and I will do it, regardless of how I feel about it. You see, motivation is a poor foundation for success because it's unreliable. It can disappear the moment you face difficulty or discomfort. But a decision once made creates a resolve that will push you through even the hardest days. The greatest accomplishments in history were not driven by a surge of emotion, but by men and women who made a firm decision and stuck to it. They decided that no matter what came their way, they would not stop. Today, ask yourself, are you waiting for motivation to start? Or are you ready to make the decision that will change everything? Because true power doesn't come from what you feel. It comes from what you choose. And the moment you choose, you are already on the path to success. 8, reprogram your mind daily or be programmed by the world. The mind is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it can be shaped by the environment around it. And if you don't take control, the world will do it for you. Every day, you are bombarded with messages, opinions, and distractions that seek to program your mind into thinking a certain way, acting a certain way, and even believing certain things. If you don't consciously reprogram your mind daily, the world will reprogram it for you. and not in a direction that serves your highest good. You see, we live in a world that is constantly feeding us external influences, media, social expectations, and the opinions of others. These forces will try to dictate what you should value, what you should fear, and how you should behave. And over time, without resistance, this outside programming becomes your own belief system. It becomes your reality. But here's the harsh truth, that reality is not yours. It's borrowed, shaped by the masses, and it limits your potential. To regain control of your life, mental discipline must become your new default. You must intentionally reprogram your mind each day, feeding it with thoughts of empowerment, focus, and purpose. You must choose the thoughts that serve you and discard those that limit you. This isn't just a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. It's about waking up each morning with the intent to shape your thoughts, not let them shape you. So ask yourself, how often do you take the time to consciously reprogram your mind? Are you allowing the world to mold you, or are you choosing to mold yourself? The power lies in your hands, but only if you decide to use it every day. Reprogram or be programmed. The choice is yours. 9, the wake-up ritual. A daily practice to stay aligned. The moment you wake up is the most critical part of your day. It's when your mind is fresh, when your thoughts are malleable, and when the world has not yet begun to fill your head with distractions. Yet most people wake up and fall into a reactive state, grabbing their phone, checking emails, or letting the chaos of the day dictate their mood and actions. This is a dangerous way to begin the day, for it sets the tone for the rest of your life. To stay aligned with your purpose, you must create a wake-up ritual that centers your mind, keeps you conscious, and helps you move forward with clarity. Start your day with intention, not reaction. The first few minutes after waking are powerful. They determine how the rest of your day unfolds. Instead of letting your thoughts be hijacked by external factors, take control. Begin with gratitude as it shifts your focus away from what you lack to what you already have. Reflect on your goals, review your purpose, and remind yourself why you are on this journey. This mental reset allows you to stay aligned with your mission, no matter what obstacles arise. Your morning ritual should also include moments of stillness. Whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence, give yourself time to connect with your inner self. This practice keeps you conscious, sharp, and aware of your thoughts, preventing you from drifting into autopilot mode. The wake-up ritual is not just a habit. It's a foundation for success. It grounds you, anchors your mind, and prepares you to face the challenges of the day with purpose. Make it non-negotiable. Make it your priority. How you start your day is how you live your life. Wake up consciously and everything else will fall into place. 10. This is your sign. Take control or be controlled. The truth is simple yet brutal. You are at a crossroads. Every moment of your life, you are being shaped by the decisions you make. There is no neutrality in this world. You are either actively taking control of your destiny or you are being controlled by it. The danger lies in allowing life to happen to you, to drift through days without purpose, without a clear direction, and without a conscious decision to shape who you become. If you choose to remain passive, you will find yourself controlled by external forces, the expectations of others, the chaos of society, and the pull of distractions that keep you from your true purpose. Today, I challenge you, take control. Stop allowing circumstances, fears, or laziness to dictate the course of your life. You are not a passive observer. You are the creator of your reality. Your thoughts, actions, and decisions shape your future. If you don't actively decide who you want to become, life will decide for you. The people around you, the environment you are in, and the fleeting moments of convenience will all push you in a direction that may not align with your deepest desires. This is your sign, your moment to step up. The time for excuses is over. It's time to claim your power and make the choice to rise above the noise. Take control of your mind, your habits, and your destiny. You cannot afford to wait any longer. The question is simple. Who are you choosing to become? Will you be the master of your fate, or will you let life control you? The decision is yours. Choose wisely. The time to act is now. Don't wait for life to push you. Take control and shape your destiny. If you're ready to break free from distractions and live with purpose, start today. Subscribe and hit the bell for more insights that will empower you to lead your life.